welcome to Half the Battle. November is all about our charity drive, so before we get to the review, here's what you can do.
Donate to a charity that benefits children. Send proof of that donation to joechristmascharity@gmail.com. There's a link in the description below, as well as a link to the charity drive kickoff video. This drive will last all month up to and including November 30th.
After that, I'll pick a winner who will receive a 2020 Walmart exclusive His Tank.
And since we're doing the charity drive this month, what better cartoon episode to review than Cobrathon? We start off with a group of Joes investigating a Cobra facility in, somewhere. They found out Cobra is getting into the computer hacking business.
Hackers, huh?
Cobra's doing something with software and decoder boxes.
They get discovered, but Mainframe manages to pick up a gizmo.
Cobra's gone into pay TV. Here's one of the decoder boxes I told you about.
I hope they have WrestleMania.
They also find printed out computer code. As Lifeline goes for a swim in a secret piranha pit, because of course Cobra would have a secret piranha pit, we switch to Mindbender and the Crimson Twins explaining the plot to Serpentor.
A computer virus
can be as dangerous to a computer.
A virus is a program secretly slipped into a computer.
The program requires more
and more
of the computer's memory
and power.
And the system overloads.
Yeah, no computer viruses can do that even today.
Also, did you see the size of that disk? Hey, that baby could have over 500 kilobytes on it. They plan to infect the computer network of the International Police Force. I figured they'd go after the Pentagon or something.
Meanwhile, Lifeline is being an asshole.
You know I won't touch a weapon, Sci-Fi.
Hey dumbass, if you were offered a stick, would you hold on to that? Because that can also be used as a weapon, you know. Hell, that hand he takes can be turned into a fist, so it can also be a weapon. Though, if I'm honest, I would hesitate too to grab hold of a gun if the barrel is pointed straight at me like that. Lifeline and Sci-Fi end up getting captured in the dumbest way possible, since there was plenty of time for them to run to the others. Duke immediately abandons them.
We'll come back for them, but our first priority is getting this stuff back to Joe headquarters.
We'll come back for Sci-Fi. What about Lifeline? What about Lifeline? Some time passes, and Serpentor wants to know how much this virus is gonna cost.
$5
billion.
5 billion.
What? $5 billion? In 1985 dollars? For a freaking computer virus?
Yeah, they say they're padding the estimate so they can make a huge profit, but still, that may be the most unrealistic part of this episode, and that is freaking saying something. They have a plan to get the money though.
With a telethon.
A Cobrathon, to be exact.
Since criminals worldwide would pay good money to cripple the police, and Cobra will provide entertainment in the form of the captured Joes. And so the Cobrathon begins, with the Joes tuning in by sheer accident, I think. There are phone numbers on the screen, and I checked if they formed words as an in-joke like 1-800-BAD-GUYS or something, but it's just gibberish.
And I can't call these numbers from Belgium, but you guys feel free to try.
Anyway, in keeping with their surroundings, as the Baroness puts it, the captured Joes are dropped onto roulette wheels where they'll spin to death, I guess. At the very least, they should be puking their guts out at this point. Just as things get good, the feed cuts out for the Joes. Luckily, Duke arrives with the captured decoder.
Meanwhile,
This is degrading.
And that's pretty much the only thing you'll see of Cobra Commander, reduced to manning the phone lines. Poor guy. Sci-Fi doesn't want to play ball, and I mean that literally since, he's used as a roulette ball, so they cut the transmission to iron out some technical difficulties. The Joes have managed to pinpoint the transmission as coming from Nevada. A roulette wheel and Nevada. It will take the combined brainpower of Sherlock Holmes, Batman, and Hercule Poirot to figure out where they are.
I'll bet those snakes are in Reno or Las Vegas.
yeah.
Sci-Fi gets recaptured, and I guess Lifeline too, even though Captain Useless didn't do anything, and their method of execution will be determined later. Destro introduces Dr. Mindbender after refusing to do incredibly lame stand-up, which is honestly the best scene of the episode.
Ladies and germs, no, I cannot continue with this idiotic drivel.
And Mindbender explains that once they get the 5 billion, Cobra's host computer will contact the FBI mainframe via modem, infecting it, causing a chain reaction that will make all police computers in the world explode. Man, current day hacking where they just lock your computer and demand bitcoins is incredibly lame compared to that.
Nothing, I mean nothing, can stop a computer virus once it gets started.
Now that you know something I've been assured is half the battle, couldn't you just call the FBI and tell them to unplug their modem? This was the 80s, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Meanwhile, the Joes have arrived in Nevada.
Can't we just get your autograph?
I'm surprised at you, Dial Tone. Get a date on your own time.
Hey, don't crap on Dial Tone. Wasn't his fault you all go strutting into a casino in full uniform. Yeah, covert elite military unit my ass. And because they are so good at keeping a low profile, they are spotted by the Dreadnoks. Just in case they fail, Mainframe is gonna use those bits of code they swiped to find the computer that will transmit the virus and shut that down. And it's good to have a backup plan because Flint and his team get ambushed by the Nox, though they are easily dealt with.
Unless
Rocks fall, everybody dies. Back at the Cobrathon, Zartan explains your dollars can send young criminals to Cobra Academy. And I'm pretty sure there was a mix-up at the animation studio, as the text above him says, Poster Delinquent of the Year, when I'm pretty sure the note to the animators was something like, okay, here's a poster with the words Delinquent of the Year.
Yeah, as an aside, at times the animation is really wonky in this episode.
Just look at how Dial Tone is drawn here without any detailing. There are other examples throughout. Anyway, Mainframe has tracked the computer to an ancient abandoned pueblo, confirming his theory when they see phone lines hooked up to the empty site. A short dogfight breaks out between them and Night Ravens, which Cobra surprisingly wins.
Huh, that must be a first.
But then, the surviving Raven takes a shot at the Joes and plows into a cliff for no goddamn reason at all. Seriously, this dumbass just crashed his jet for no reason. Maybe he was blinded by the tears of joy he was crying from actually winning a fight, I don't know. But the result is the Joes can still make it to the computer. Why they don't just shoot the telephone lines, I have no idea.
I guess that would be too efficient and crap.
Meanwhile, the Dreadnoks, who somehow survived this, have caught up with Flint's team, but once again get dealt with. And again survive. While all of this is happening, Sci-Fi and Lifeline's fates have been decided. Sci-Fi will die the way Uncle Scrooge would probably like to go, being suffocated by money, while Lifeline gets attacked by cobras coming out of a set of dice. On the one hand, I like the dice come up snake eyes, it's a nice visual gag. But on the other hand, it shows the cartoon doesn't know that this term, in G.I.Joe at least, is most associated with, snake eyes, the Joe. Yeah, the cartoon seems to have forgotten Snake Eyes exists.
Heh!
Back at the Pueblo, it turns out the computer is guarded by a single frickin' bat, which they take out without any trouble. Seriously, why aren't there a battalion of Vipers there? I know there were Night Ravens, but those wouldn't help against a covert ground assault.
Oh, who am I kidding? There's nothing covert at all about G.I.Joe in this episode.
So, after overcoming those incredible odds by taking out the bat, Mainframe starts screwing with the thing.
And the only computer that will be overloaded will be this one.
Or, you could just blow it up yourselves, like right now, instead of hoping that Mainframe doesn't screw up.
Back at the Cobrathon, Flint's team finally disrupts events, and we get Cobra Commander's only line of the episode.
Let's get out of here!
And it's the call for a retreat. Well, at least he's still on message. And Sci-Fi and Lifeline get rescued just in the nick of time, because of course they are. As the head honchos escape in miscolored fangs, the total reaches 5 billion. Not that this shouldn't matter, as Cobra had the virus ready to go at any time, they just didn't flip the switch. Fortunately, Mainframe's sabotage worked, and the computer explodes. And the episode ends with the Joes celebrating their win by taunting the bad guys. Not capturing them, just taunting.
But have they won, really?
Okay, so the computer virus didn't work, but Cobra did rake in $5 billion, a lot more than they needed. Now true, pledging money isn't the same as going through with it and giving money, but I bet a lot of criminals did actually kiss their money goodbye.
So, at best, I'd call this conflict a draw.
As for the episode overall, it was a good one. It was fun, entertaining, and had a decent plot. I also really liked that Duke and Flint both led a team. It was good to see the main characters from Season 1 have a decent role in this episode of Season 2. The only thing that took me out of it a little were the numerous animation errors and shortcuts they took. But it was still a nice experience, so I can recommend you watch this one. I also recommend you check out the Half the Battle charity drive video and either donate or spread the word about it, or both. We're in week 2 and we've only raised $272 at the time of this recording. We need to get to $600 before the prize, a 2020 HISS tank, becomes available, and the ultimate goal is $1,200.
So get involved!
I swear to Christ, if we don't hit one of these goals, I'm turning Half the Battle into a full-time dating sim Let's Play channel.
I'm just joking, I promise. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody, and hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?